Okay, that's time. Let's wrap it up here. And remember that you have to select 2 presenters to present to the class. So I'm going to start with Sarah's group over to my right. Who's presenting? Tori, are you presenting? Okay, we're going to do one at a time. So Tori, you don't have to actually stand here in front of the class, but why don't you at least stand up, because I know that Haven way back there in the corner will have difficulty hearing over the heads. So you can either read directly from what you've written there, or you can just explain to the class, whichever you'd prefer to do. I'm not doing anything. Just don't pay attention. Just keep talking.
Okay. When I was reading the contents of the Dead Man's Pockets, I thought about the movie John Tucker Must Die, because in both the movie and the story, they scaled the side of a building, and there's internal conflict in both, because they both don't know whether to go on the outside of the building or to stay in. And I also thought about the show NCIS, because there's an episode when there's a guy on the top of the building threatening to jump off, and they're not in the story, but when he's trying to get people to notice him, it made me think that somebody might think he's trying to kill himself.
That's fantastic, Tori. Thank you very much. And when Tori said John Tucker Must Die, I saw Haven throw her hands up. You're familiar with the film? Yeah. I've not seen this before, so it's good that I've not seen this. That means you have to help me out with it. So let's see the connection. We've got contents of Dead Man's Pockets. John Tucker Must Die. All right, I like this. Let me do some setup here on the board. Sorry? Well, it's the recorder. The recorder being on actually does that. Okay, so we all know contents of a Dead Man's Pockets. Tori, help me out with John Tucker Must Die here. Actually, you know what, Tori? You've spoken enough. Haven, you've seen the film. Help me out with John Tucker Must Die. Tell me about this building scaling event in the film. What's going on?
So, there's this, what's her name? The blonde chick, what's her name? Kate, yeah, Kate or whatever. She is trying to play a prank on John Tucker because he's the biggest player at the school. Okay. And so he ends up getting, she ends up getting him little undies or whatever, and she was like, "Well, come to my room," and they're at, was it a cheering place?
There was a basketball tournament.
Yeah, and so he's just scaling the side of the building in the hotel, and goes in.
Hold on, back up there for a moment. Why does he have to scale the side of the building? Why can't he just walk in the door?
Because there's teachers outside the hallways.
Oh.
Yeah, that's curfew.
Okay.
So he's wearing the little undies or whatever, and gets into the room, he's laying on the bed and just hanging out there, and the teacher ends up coming out, and they just played a huge joke on him. Okay, so excellent. Now I think I understand the plot a little bit. And first of all, Tori's making a great connection because she sees that there's at least what we would consider to be a superficial difference. We have ledge, we have ledge. And that means, Tori, that we automatically, if somebody's climbing a ledge, they have a conflict with what? Hold on, we're not to the internal conflict yet. Tori, what would they initially have immediately? If I'm climbing a ledge, what do I have a conflict with? Yes, see, you know what you're talking about. Conflict with nature. Okay, so both have a conflict with nature, but here's the value of this activity. This is exactly why we're here. I like that you're telling me about John Tucker Must Die. I like that you're laughing about it, but what we must do is see the very precise connection in internal conflicts. Because Tori has said both of them present internal conflicts that lead to the conflicts with nature. That's fantastic, and think about that. That's actually a pretty sophisticated interpretation of stories, saying that this one conflict that I can identify develops this other conflict that then develops suspense. And you're looking at 2 different conflicts at the same time, or one leading to the other,
And that's pretty complex for a narrative. And something as simple as John Tucker Must Die may actually have that complexity to it. All right, so I've picked on Tori and Haven enough. Somebody help me out with this, even if you haven't seen John Tucker Must Die. What are the internal conflicts? Start with contents of a dead man's pockets. Internal conflicts, yeah.
He has to choose to go out and get the paper.
Okay, so I want the paper for work. And, gosh, I'm sorry, I've got like 80% of the names of the class so far. Connor. Yeah, I've got 3 Connors, and I always think Connor, but then I think, no, it's that guy in another class. Anyway, I'm rambling. So he wants, Connor, he wants the paper for work. That's conflicting with what? What else does he have? No, not at this point. I'm thinking about when he walks out on the ledge. You're thinking about earlier in the story there's a conflict? That's true. He wants the paper for work. He's willing to risk what? Yeah, he's willing to risk his safety, right? So, I have 2 desires here. I'm Tom Beneke. I have 2 interests. My interest is, 1, in this paper for work so I can complete my work. My interest is also in my own personal physical safety. And I decide that the work is more important. And this is the crazy decision that he makes. So in this internal conflict, he chooses the paper for work. And then he realizes how insane that is when he sees that, no, actually, I think I value my life a little bit more. All right. So in Tori's example, how's that internal conflict similar or different? What's this? I assume it's John Tucker who is scaling this hotel site. Okay. So what is the choice that he's facing before he decides to climb up? Anybody can help me out with that. See, Connor jumped into it and did an awesome job. Todd. Okay, but what does he want, Todd? Okay, he wants the girl, right? And let's not be too lewd about it. He wants the girl. So it's the choice between the girl and safety. Thank you very much. It's the same thing. The internal conflict is fairly similar. I have a choice. I can risk my life, risk my safety for the girl, or I can stay here, lose the girl, and be very safe. And he decides, as I assume this is college?
No.
High school? Oh, even better. He decides, as most high school boys would, that the girl is more important than his own life and safety. So he goes ahead and scales the building, leading to the conflict with nature. And I assume he makes it through okay because then we have the resolution where he's in the room and gets caught by the teacher, right? Tori, that was awesome. Thank you very much. Let's see. Group in the back. I can't see what the group was. Who's presenting? Yeah? All right. Hold on a second here. Let me do one thing. Okay. Just need a new workspace. Okay, go for it. Yeah. And speak loudly so I can try to pick this up.
I took the story